Hey, welcome to Well Traveled Life. I hope you saw our last video where we kind of covered the highlights of all of our trips in 2024.
And this is going to be what's up in 2025. It's a big year ahead.
Beneath the shadows of this quiet town, I see you there, your feathers on the ground.
We have a couple of short trips planned in the U.S. before we leave overseas. Okay.
We're going to go see some family. So we'll head to California to see my brother, sister, my mom, their kids.
We hope to find some time to get up to Missouri, where my sister lives near Springfield, and her family and my nieces and nephew, and spend a little bit of time with them. And then we will turn our sights overseas.
Your eyes are heavy with the weight of the world.
We don't love to fly. Jonathan really doesn't love to fly.
Yeah, and part of that is we travel with a lot of gear. We've got, we're shooting video, we're taking photographs. I got camera equipment, we got microphones, some lights. And when you're cruising, you probably, I know we do, we bring more clothes when we're cruising, just because you have formal nights and you dress up a little bit more, and we're doing kind of outdoor things, kayaking and hiking, and you need some equipment for all of that, all of which makes it very difficult to fly. And I hate flying.
And we have a driver that will pick us up and get us where we need to go, whether it's to an airport or the cruise port or whatever. So that makes it really convenient. And it's a little added expense. We obviously pay him, but he's a good friend, and it just makes getting wherever we need to go easy. And we're
not paying for parking.
No, we don't pay for parking. We don't have to have our own car down there. We're gonna be gone for 6 months, so that's a pretty significant thing.
Even if you've never flown before, you can take a chance and try once more.
So we leave in late March for England, and we've decided to cruise over there, and we're going to cruise on the Rigo Princess, which we did last October, and we're cruising back in the other direction. A few stops in the Caribbean, and then right before we get to Europe, we stop at the Azores. We hit a couple stops, France and Netherlands, before we disembark in Southampton.
And when we get to Southampton, we are hoping to meet our friends Mick and Shar, and we're hoping to do maybe an overnight in Bewley, which is the town down in the New Forest, and is kind of famous for its very, very charming little village with New Forest ponies. And then we'll pretty immediately take off.
Don't let your worries weigh you down, down, down.
We have Euro passes for the entire month of May, and we're going to spend that time going to visit former exchange students of ours. And if you don't know us, that's a huge part of our life. We have spent 15, 16 years hosting exchange students from all over the world. And a number of them are from various countries in Europe, and we've contacted all of them, and most of them now, they have jobs and families and children. And so it's really good to go back and sort of continue and see where they are.
We're hoping to leave some luggage.
We strip it down, and we're traveling with backpacks and a tiny rolly each, and that's it. So we'll start our train travel getting across the channel, and either by ferry or by the channel. And then we will head directly to northern Italy, the town of Merano.
A part of Italy that used to be part of the Austria-Hungarian Empire. We're German speaking, and we're looking forward to seeing Max and meeting his family.
His girlfriend Michelle, who's from
Switzerland,
From there, we'll head up to Munich,
where we'll meet up with another exchange student and her family. That's Nina and her parents, Monica and Christoph. Very excited and looking forward to seeing them.
And from Munich, we will head over to Berlin and visit Evie and her husband and their 2 children.
Right. From there, we will go to Warsaw, or Poland. see Chris. I've never been to Poland. I think you have.
I have.
I haven't. So I'm very excited about that. Looking forward to that.
And he's so excited to show us his
Yeah.
country, which makes it even more fun.
Yep.
From Warsaw, we will head back west and we will get to Antwerp first, where we'll
Right.
get to see Annekien, who was our very first exchange student, and her daughters, who we saw them in Zwolle a couple of years ago.
We did.
The girls are getting big, like teenage big.
Possibly Johan.
Yes, and Johan has spent a good amount of time with us here in America.
Yeah.
We adore Johan.
Johan, if you see this, I hope we get to see you. From Antwerp, we will backtrack a little bit and head over to the Karlsruhe area in Germany, which is kind of a central location near several of our former exchange students, Julie and Julia and Philip, and a good friend, Joaquin, who lives in Koblenz.
And
So-
Charlotte. The area we're looking at is Alsace and particularly the main city of Strasbourg. We love that region. We adore that region and the people that live in
Yeah.
it. And from there, we have a surprise week and we have been playing with ideas. We have 1 week that we get to go wherever we want to go and do whatever we want to do. And we haven't decided what that's going to be. I will tell you, Austria has some appeal. Switzerland has some appeal. Going back to the Netherlands has some appeal.
And they're all pretty close, but they're all in different directions.
I know, right?
So we're going to have to make some decision. You know me, I like not having every moment planned. Jennifer would prefer to know where we're going to stay, and whether there's a room and all that kind of stuff. And she does all the arrangements. So I think between now and then we'll figure that out.
Absolutely. Yeah, and for me, it's just it's tough to get reservations last minute. So just making sure we have a place to stay and what we do there, I'm good with hanging loose.
We'll be heading back to England. We'll pick up our luggage in Kent, where we left it, go to Dover, where we'll start our next cruise, which is really a series of cruises back to back on the same ship, which is the Holland America New Statendam, one of our favorite ships.
We spent about 4 months on that ship. So we're looking forward to getting back to the ship. But more importantly, this itinerary I think is really exciting. Wild UK, I would call it. It's the outer islands. So it's Stornoway, the Isle of Lewis and Harris, which is the outer Hebrides. And then you've got Orkney Islands with Kirkwall, Lerwick and the Shetland Islands. You've got Isle of Man we're going to get to go see. We'll hit 2 or 3 spots in Ireland, which are interesting. We're going to hit down south in Waterford. We're going to hit Belfast up in the north, and then we'll hit
Cork.
Ringaskiddy
Cork,
over Cork and Cobh area.
And we're hoping that our good friend Justin will be able to join us, get on the ship with us, or at a minimum, join us at several of those locations.
Be on the ship with us, Justin.
So that's the first part, the 14 days.
Yep.
Then we come back to Dover, and we begin the next 42 days with a couple of combined cruises on the same ship.
We're going to get all the way up the coast of Norway into some really Arctic regions, including Lofoten Islands. I think the highlights of that one is we're getting to some remote parts of Iceland. We're getting to Greenland and some new ports that we haven't been to in Greenland. We've done Qaqortoq and we've done Nanortalik, but we're going to get Ilulissat, we're going to get Nuuk, Sinisut in Greenland. We're going to hit a lot more of Greenland, which I'm excited about. Yeah. We're going to do cruising through Jan Mayer, which I'm very excited about, very picturesque cruising. I think that's another sort of remote and wild landscapes. We're going to get up and out to the Faroe Islands. It also is getting us up to Honningsvåg twice, which we've been to Honningsvåg before, and it is so easy to have really bad weather there that having an option of getting there a second day and maybe better chance of weather is, I think, a good thing for us.
Which is another opportunity to see some of the friends we've made in Norway, and there's several of the drivers we've used before a couple times we're hoping to see again. We've met people on land, on excursions.
Taga and Ellie in Skilden, we're hoping to see you. Knut, we're definitely going to be seeing you.
We're hoping that some of our friends from Sweden who are kayakers can join us over there.
Patrick from Air on the Water.
And do a little kayaking with us.
At the end of that 42 days, we finally come back to Dover. We're now saddled with our own luggage. The plan is we're going to get a car, and we will spend end of July, month of August, driving England and Scotland, which we've been doing for the last couple of years. We still have some places we haven't seen, and we have some places we want to get back to, and people that we really want to reconnect with.
I think our mindset is we want to go back to places we love, but also, experience some new places and find the next, great town that we want to, or village that we want to experience. I'm sure we'll get back to the Lake District and Chapel and John and Helen. We'll get down to Burden on Water, however briefly, because that's just a special place.
I also think Scotland, we did a lot of discovery up there last year, and I think we want to expand on that a little bit. We want to get back up to Aberdeenshire. We really want to get back up to that North Coast 500 area, Melvick, where Angus and Deborah are, and Inverness, where we want to see Karin. And
Deborah and Angus, we are coming.
We're coming.
We're going to make sure we see you this year. You might ask, well, we're cruising around Scotland and England on 3 or 4 cruises in a row, but we're just kind of hitting the outside of it and going, and spending a day there. So when we do these extended stays on land, it's a different experience. I mean, we've got a car, we're staying at an Airbnb, we're eating on the local restaurants, we're buying food and cooking. And so I enjoy both. I really enjoy being on a cruise ship, visiting those places, going in tents, for that day in a port or something, coming back to the ship and being babied and fed. But I love very much when we're just traveling by car and staying places longer. So this is kind of a perfect balance.
It is best of both worlds. I agree. And I really love the having of the car gives us the independence. We can go see the little out of the way places. So I'm really looking forward to that month of car travel. Jonathan does all of the driving, and I don't think he looks forward to that, to be fair. Dave and Mo in Fort William. Really, we have collected people as much as we've collected places.
Every year we meet a few more people and we make a few more connections, and I'm looking forward to reestablishing those connections, but I'm also looking forward to making a few new friends. And Jennifer knows, and if you know me, I'm not the most social guy, and I'm kind of quiet and introverted, but there's something about England, Scotland, and Ireland, and the pubs, and the friendliness of the people that it's hard to stay a stranger. People welcome you and greet you, and so I'm looking forward to more of that.
Then the month of September. September is probably sort of the thing I'm most looking forward to, which is crazy because I'm looking forward to all of it, but September, we get to put down roots and set up camp in Grassington.
Okay.
And that's the village that has my heart, people. It has my heart. Polly and Mick and Debbie will be back, and we're so looking forward.
They have a 1940s weekend
Yes.
that kind of ties in with All Creatures Great and Small that is filmed there. And we saw pictures from last year that Mick and Polly and Deborah sent us. They had a Spitfire there. They had World War II vehicles.
In the middle of the village square.
Everyone in the town is dressed in 1940s clothing. We're going to try to be there for that.
We will be there for that.
We've got our special church that we go to there that's really kind of neat.
And Jody from home here has been coming to Grassington with us for the last 2 years, and she is going to make that trip with us again.
And we're hoping we can get her to stay a little
bit longer so that we can do some travel. One of the things, if you saw our highlights video, we fell in love with York. And we want to take Jody back to York, and I want to get over to Whitby and Robin Hood's Bay and some of those super eastern parts of the Yorkshire Moors. And we're hoping that Jody will come, and we have some little villages that we discovered last year that I'd like to get back to, Middleham and Richland and Hawes and Wensleydale.
Discover a few new ones for sure.
And discover some new ones. A month in the Yorkshire Dales is going to be really exciting. We leave there. Hopefully Jody is with us. I think we're going to head back down to Burton on the Water on our way back down south, and then down through Bewley again, because we have a new love affair with Bewley, and then catch a boat in Southampton.
We will board our Regal Princess again to return to the U.S. We will pick it up in Southampton, a stop in France, and a couple maybe in Spain, and then I think Funchal, Madeira, cross the Atlantic, which is always fun, a lot of sea days. Few stops in the Caribbean.
Yes, David Forrester, we're coming back to you.
We're coming at you, David and Lisa, and we're looking forward to stopping in St. Thomas for that. Eventually, we will make our way back to Galveston. There's a little negotiation still going on. Jennifer would like to go back and do some the Christmas markets. I would like to do that too. I would like to see Justin again. I'd like to go to Italy, visit the small town in Italy that his parents live in part of the time. And so we're looking for a scenario where we can go have enough time here to recharge our batteries, do a few projects, open the mail, do all that, pay bills, all that kind of stuff. But go back over, go to Italy, then maybe do some Christmas markets in kind of Central Europe or whatever Justin has planned.
Whatever Justin has planned, and then spend the last 2 weeks of December in Grassington for their Christmas.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really?
Yeah, that's part of the deal.
Oh, dang.
I have been watching Grassington's Christmas celebrations, and I hope we need to be there.
That is true. One of the things that we talk about a lot when we're traveling is that it seems like many of these places we're there at the same time, which is summer, which is to say is cold and rainy, but it is still summertime and we get a little hot weather. But we keep saying to ourselves, I would love to see this town when it's snowing or when it's cold or during the holiday season, holiday festivities, lights, all that kind of stuff. So it would be nice to get back there and see some of our favorite towns at Christmas time.
You heard it here. That one's going to be hard. The idea of coming home for a month and then going back for a month. But
the truth in this duo, Jennifer could be gone just about all the time. Loves our house, loves the projects and everything, but is more inclined to want to travel and be gone all the time. I feel like as an introvert, and this is my home base, I need to come back here and literally recharge my batteries. But I have to say that after I'm here for about a month or two, I'm kind of ready to go again. Even if it's not for months, I'm ready to do another cruise or go to Alaska or do something. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Thank you for watching this video and for following Well Traveled Life. And we appreciate you. And just love to hear your comments below.
stay tuned for all of the videos of the good stuff to come. 2025 is going to be a major, wonderful year.